You are live.
And then stretch this out.
All right, what's going on, family? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on? Try to see if we can get some people on here. Try to see if we can get some people on here. My viewers are. My viewers are. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about a particular subject. Give me a second. I'm trying to get some things situated. Okay, cool. So yeah, today we're going to be talking about a particular subject. We're going to be talking about acid reflux. Okay. I'm going to do my best not to be long-winded, but definitely get the information out. Definitely get the information across. Because lately, let me know if my mic is good too, if y'all can hear me. Because lately we've been, getting a couple of questions in regards to acid reflux. And the first thing I ask a person, well, should I say the first thing I ask a female is, are you pregnant? Because we know, acid reflux is definitely something of the norm when when you're pregnant and stuff like that. So that's in its own category, right? That's aside. But particularly we're talking about people who, women who are not pregnant, and then, people in general. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. So to get into it, what is acid reflux? Acid reflux is a situation where your stomach acid and the bile, okay, the bile basically goes back up to the esophageal. Okay, it goes back up your throat. That's basically what it is. You have a muscle right here, right there, like in the throat, and that muscle is called the sphincter. It's called the sphincter. So what happens is when we eat food, the sphincter, that muscle, it opens up, and when that muscle opens up, that allows the food to get in. Okay, so what happens is when that sphincter doesn't close after you take your last bite of whatever it is that you're eating, then that's how the stomach acid, that's how the bile, it goes back up the esophageal, and then it starts to irritate the throat area. And that's how you get the acid reflux. And there's a couple of reasons why people get acid reflux. Me, myself, I battled with it, a couple of years ago. And when I came to the conclusion that one of the main reasons why I was experiencing the acid reflux, it was because overeating. Okay, overeating. When you overeat, all right, especially when you eat foods that's high in fat, high in saturated fat, those foods would definitely cause acid reflux. Let me give you an example. When you go to any fast food restaurant, when you get a burger, whatever it is, you have the option to get a soda, right? 9 times out of 10 is soda that's on the menu. you're gonna get that soda. You're not gonna get orange juice or anything like that. Why? Because we already know that the orange juice doesn't go with that burger or those fries or whatever it is that you eat. It's not gonna help you properly digest that food. So that's why the soda is there as an option for you to, to choose to help break down that food. Okay. So when you eat foods that's high in fat, high in saturated fat, okay, and you don't have nothing to help break down that food in the form of a drink, that becomes a problem. That's why, you don't drink water when you're eating a big burger, sandwich, or something like that. You don't drink juice in most cases. Now, you may see kids doing it, but the difference between adults and kids is that kids, they metabolism is much quicker, much faster, and they're gonna run it off anyways. So kids they'll get away with it. And not only that, their stomach acid, okay, their pancreatic enzymes and things of that nature are at a higher level, should I say, than adults. Okay, because by the time we get in our 30s and our 40s and our 50s, like there's a lot going on. There's a lot we've been exposed to. So we have those digestive problems and stuff like that. So when we eat certain foods, certain drinks are supposed to be accommodated for that food, for that particular food. So when you overeat, when you eat foods that's high in fat, and you're not accommodating with a certain type of drink, that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem. So over time, what happens is that muscle, the sphincter, what happens is that muscle starts to get damaged. Okay, the muscle starts to get damaged. It starts to lose its structure, and that's when you start experiencing that acid in your throat, what they call acid reflux. So basically, what you have to do to get it back, on point, is to pretty much, calm down on what you eat and things of that nature. You have to be more disciplined and more structured when it comes to eating. A lot of our people just feel like we can just eat anything at any given time and that we okay. And even if you're a person that work out a lot and stuff, things of that nature, you still have to be mindful of the foods you eat and the times that you eat. Now, it's other factors that come into play when it comes to the acid reflux as well. And we got alcohol. Alcohol is another one. Alcohol, in due time, if you keep indulging in alcohol, it will also cause acid reflux because it would damage the muscle, the sphincter. It would damage that. What else we have? We also have certain medications. Medications are also known to damage that muscle, the sphincter, and cause acid reflux as well. Okay, so you got overeating, you got alcohol, you got medications, and last but not least, you have smoking. Smoking, because it has so many toxins, so many chemicals, it can also cause to the damaging, all right, and causing that muscle, the sphincter, to lose its structure and cause acid reflux. So you got those particular components that can actually cause acid reflux because of the damage that takes place by consuming those, products and stuff like that. So you just want to be very mindful of that. Now, acid reflux is a very uncomfortable feeling, like it really is, because it's the type of situation where when you're sitting down, and you're just trying to eat some food, and for some type of reason, you just kind of feel like it's something just stuck there. So it's like on one hand, you hungry, you want something to eat, and then you actually start eating, but you actually feel like it's food still stuck in your throat, right? And that's the acid reflux. So it can be very, very annoying and irritating, especially at night when you're trying to sleep and you can't get comfortable because it constantly feel like food is trying to come up. Food is trying to come up. So it can be a very irritating thing. It can actually cause your stomach to start hurting and things of that nature because believe it or not, is actually known as a chronic disease. So it's quite serious. It's actually known as a chronic disease. So acid reflux is no joke. Other factors that play into acid reflux, the causes of it, is when you eat food at a certain time and you lay down, right? You lay down right after that. Now, when we was kids, our moms, our dads, our parents used to always say, "Girl or boy, don't lay down after you done ate that food. Don't do that," because they understood, you know, they probably didn't know, right, directly what it's gonna do, but they understood like that was not the right thing to do. And now we see it because of the acid reflux and stuff like that that can take place from eating food, getting full, and then laying down, or you eating food in a certain position. So that's why you're either you're supposed to sit up, right? Okay, when you eat food. So you either sitting down or you standing up. Some people don't like to stand up, but me, I like standing up sometimes to eat my food because it keeps me from getting full. And that's another thing. Like when you constantly create a pattern of eating when you're sitting down, all that stuff goes right to your gut. It goes right to your gut. And I think that's one of the reasons why people get big bellies and stuff like that, you know. Of course, because of the food that they eat, but sitting down and everything just going right there. Standing up sometimes, you know, it helps. I believe it helps because just from my own experience. So acid reflux can be caused by a number of different factors. What's another one? Again, eating too late. Eating too late. Because at a certain time, your body, okay, remember our body works with the sun and the night, all right, or the sun and the moon. When it's dark outside, the body goes into recovery mode, replenish mode, restart, rejuvenation. That's what the body goes into. It goes into that stage, it goes into that phase. So that means it's little to no digestion taking place. All right. So that food, whatever you're gonna eat, is gonna just sit there. It's gonna sit there, and until the next day come around, you know, that food is gonna just sit there and it's gonna wreak havoc. It's gonna cause problems. So that's another way to create that acid reflux. All right. So it's one of those situations where you have to be mindful of what you're doing. You got to be disciplined. You got to have some form of structure when you eating your foods. Um, Let me give an example explaining, you know, us and what we do. We intermittent fast. So we only eat between 12 and 9, 12 noon and 9 p.m. We do our best not to go beyond 9 p.m. because again, we understand that circadian rhythm. We understand that the body functions off the day. It's a whole different thing going on in the daytime versus in the night. So we have to be mindful of that. And animals, they'll show you that. If you just pay attention to animals, they'll actually show you that. So being that we cut breakfast, because that's a misnomer. Breakfast just merely means break fast. It basically comes down to when you decide that you want to break your fast. That's basically what it means. So it's a misnomer. It's something that they put out there to really get us, like, put us in bad situations. But we're gonna leave that for another conversation, right? Another video. But break fast merely means whenever you decide to eat your first meal, whatever time that you decide. So we decided that we should intermittent fast, cut out so-called breakfast, because between 7 and 11, your body is doing its heaviest detox. Okay, it's heaviest detoxification. That's what your body is doing from 7 to 11. So if you're a person who do eat breakfast and you're trying to find a remedy, what you do is you eat fruit. You go to fruits. Why? Because fruits have the nutrients, fruits have water, and fruits has fiber. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. Fruits have the nutrients, fruits have the water, and fruits have fiber. So that right there, do yourself some justice, because not only are you staying hydrated, okay, you're staying hydrated because of the water that's in the fruits. That's why fruits like watermelon, right, melons, things of that nature are very good for you. So you're staying hydrated. Not only that, you're getting your nutrients in, okay, that your body needs for that particular day, okay, and you're also getting the fiber. So we all know the fiber controls what? Your sugar and your cholesterol. It controls the absorption of the sugar inside the blood. That is very, very crucial. It's very, very key, should I say, because we know our body runs off of sugar and fat. So sugar is the fuel for our body. It's the fuel for our tank. So you definitely want to be in control, or allow your body to be in control of how you absorbing the sugar inside your blood, because that's what's going to determine the longevity of your energy. So if you're eating foods that's void of fiber, then that sugar gets absorbed in the bloodstream very quickly, and then it causes the blood to spike, and that gives you that quick burst, and then it comes right back down. It's like a roller coaster, and then you find yourself hungry all over again. And then most of the foods are void of nutrients. Okay, most of the foods are what they call empty calories. That means that the food is just full with calories, no nutrients. It don't meet the body requirements in regards to nutrients. So you feel hungry all over again. And that's why most people cannot go until the time they wake up to 12 o'clock without eating anything, or without getting some type of headache. Okay, because they've been constantly eating foods that's void of fiber, that's void of nutrients, that's void of water. And that's how it goes. So if you create a reputation of eating foods that have fiber, that have sugar, that has water, I guarantee you within a couple of weeks, you'll be okay. If you even stop and didn't eat anything until 12 noon, you'll be okay, because you done been created this situation in your body where your body can withstand long periods of time, without eating. And not only that, you have those body requirements in regards to nutrients that you need. And I'm telling you this because of my experience, and others around me who have did the same thing, who are doing the same thing. So intermittent fasting is very, very powerful. It's very, very powerful. It's all about control. It's all about controlling your body and not letting your body control you. It's all about being in control of those cravings, those desires. That's what it's about. It's about being in control. So that's why, we constantly talking about certain products like the phytoplankton, because the phytoplankton is nutrient dense, meaning that it has all the requirements that the body needs. And therefore, as you're putting the protein, you're putting the fiber, you're putting the minerals inside your body, all right, with the water, this is helping you withstand those long periods of time without eating, or those couple of hours without eating. So that's how we have to look at it. And once you create a reputation of that, trust me, you'll see things turn, drastically for you in the greater good. So intermittent fasting definitely helps if you're dealing with acid reflux, because now it gives the body that opportunity, that chance to break down that food, because the heaviest detoxification that going on in your body is between 7 and 11. When the sun comes up and you go out there and get the sun, you let the sun hit your eyes, that triggers the serotonin, and serotonin is a daytime hormone, and 90% of it is found primarily inside your guts. Okay, so no serotonin production, you're going to have poor digestion going on. Very important to understand. Very important to understand. So when you include that with, exercising, getting out there, sweating, doing high intensity workouts and things of that nature, that only helps you. That only helps you. So if you want to find a way to remedy the acid reflux, you cut down on the times that you eat. You be very disciplined. Okay. You be very structured, and trust me, you allow your body to break this food down, digest this food, properly metabolize this food, and the acid reflux will go away. Reflux will go away. Okay. Another thing, you definitely want to eat natural foods, organic foods. Okay, foods that come from the earth, because they have the natural probiotics, they have the natural prebiotics, and all of that, and the natural enzymes too. Okay, so that helps with the metabolism. that helps with the poor digestion that's taking place from eating certain type of foods. So basically what I'm saying is this: the more opportunities that you give your body to break down and metabolize food efficiently, the better off you are. Okay, that creates a higher percentage or a higher chance of you avoiding acid reflux. That's what it's about. So you want to just, create that. Again, you want to just create that reputation of just being mindful of the times that you eat and what you eat. Because again, the acid reflux can be something that's very, very irritating. And worst case, a lot of people go to the doctor, a lot of people go to the hospital for it, and they be trying to perform some type of surgery. But you don't necessarily have to do that. Another solution that you can tackle is water fasting. Water fasting, just getting the hell out of the way of the body and just letting the body do its thing. That's another way you can tackle it. Okay. But I ain't gonna get too deep into that because that's a little too extreme for certain people. But water fasting is definitely a good remedy for the acid reflux. So that's what it's about, man. You want to have control over your body and not have it be the opposite. Not have it be the opposite, and you can get rid of the acid reflux. Okay, but once you start taking once you start indulging in all those components that I said that causes the acid reflux, once you start doing that and you start damaging that muscle, the sphincter, once you start doing that, listen, it becomes very difficult, okay, for you to reverse that if you don't implement the things that I'm telling you, the solutions that I'm telling you, okay, because that takes what? Mental, right? That takes discipline and that takes consistency. That's what that takes. So it's very imperative that you understand that. So yeah, that's basically what I want to talk about today. We like to start our day off with either some phytoplankton, some duckweed, always water, because water, is a preparation for the intake or whatever, whatever it is that you're going to intake for that day. Water helps, okay, with digesting, metabolizing, and definitely getting those nutrients to the proper places inside the body. So it gets you going. So this is how we start our day off. And once I start implementing, because I can't speak for everybody, but in regards to my acid reflux, once I start implementing the water fast, the intermittent fasting, and really cutting off those or really just making sure that the cutoff hour was like 8, 9 o'clock, and just understanding the concept of the body. Like within a week, I started seeing the difference. I started seeing the changes, and I was like, "Yo, this stuff really works." And they make it seem like it's just something that's so tough to get rid of, and it's not. Most of this stuff is not hard to get rid of. Most of it is not, and that's what people don't really understand. But that's why we got to do a better job, and we got to just be on top of this information and putting it out there, and always go and fact check. Always, going through your own search, going through your own research, because the information is out here. We're in that age now, so it's no excuses. But yeah, that's what I pretty much want to come on here today and talk about, the acid reflux, because we've been having a lot of people asking us about it. And oh yeah, before I go, the acid reflux thing is another situation where it's like you don't have enough stomach acid. You don't have enough. Your gut bacteria is an imbalance within your gut bacteria. Okay, so that's why again it's so imperative. It's so important to eat live foods. It's so important to eat plant-based foods and try to just buy organic as you possibly can, because these foods come with live and natural enzymes and things of that nature, especially sprouts. Sprouts, man, I love sprouts because what I found out about sprouts was this. You got to think about this, right? Probably the most potent or the most powerful part of any plant is actually going to be the sprout when it starts to sprout. And the reason for that is because that's the situation between the soil, okay, and that actual plant coming up, okay, coming from up underneath that soil and coming through that soil, okay. That's just think about that. That's very powerful. You feel me? So if the plant has that much scrum, that means in that sprout, it's a lot of energy in that sprout. Okay, it's a lot of enzymes in that. It's a lot of scrum. It's very, very powerful and very, very potent. So sprouts are very, very powerful when it comes to, the enzymes, right? Or should I say they're very important when it comes to the enzymes and it comes to your metabolism. So you definitely want to be up on your sprouts. And you can look it up, type sprouts in, and you go for it. So that's definitely going to help with your metabolism. And our bodies can't function without enzymes. And that's the problem. We've been eating foods that's void of this stuff. I need y'all to understand something. The soil, okay, the soil in the United States has been depleted for a long time. Very, very important to understand. So if you're not supplementing, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be deficient in something. So listen, that's why we sell the products, because we understand that. We understand that certain foods are going to be void of certain nutrients, and that's just the reality of it. Okay. Once they went away from traditional farming, that's what it is. That's what has taken place. Okay. They already know that you only need a few minerals to grow food. They know that. So, hey, they're not really trying to, do too much, right? They're just trying to stay cost efficient. So that's just what it is. So you have to supplement. This duckweed right here that we get from KT to Arts degree is loaded. Okay. Nutritional dense. And that's what you want to look. So if you want to do anything today, and it's not even for me, do it for yourself. Research, just type in the word nutrient dense, and then you'll understand exactly what I'm saying by nutrient dense. So that pretty much concludes this video. And you guys, continue to make better choices when it comes to, what you eat, what you put in your body. You got to treat your temple. You got to make sure you take care of it. These bodies are like Bugattis. And I guarantee you won't put 87 gas in a Bugatti. You ain't going to do it because you already know what time it is. So treat your body like a Bugatti. Invest in your health. So, again, continue to support. We definitely appreciate it. Just stay on the lookout for new products. Make sure that you're using your CMOS consistent. Just make sure that you're just, making the better choices out here. Okay. And if you guys have any ideas, any type of topics that you would like me to speak on, feel free to inbox us on any one of our pages, and we'll talk about it. I will be on schedule with these videos from here on out. So just lay around, stay tuned. More than likely, it would be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I think Monday would be 11, and then Wednesday would be at 8, and then Friday would be 11. Okay. Now I know you may say, well, it's not 8 o'clock, and today Wednesday. Well, Monday, you know, I let Monday slip away, so I had to make up for it. So Friday will be, well, I'll be doing a video on Friday at 11 again, and then the next week it'll get back to, or it'll be on its regular schedule. I'll be on a regular schedule, which is Monday 11, Tuesday at 8 p.m. I mean Wednesday at 8 p.m. and then Friday at 11. I'm gonna do it like that. So feel free to ask questions. If you have any topics that you would like me to speak on, let me know. You know, because we all in this together. We all in this together. So I don't never want to make you guys feel like, you know, I'm separated, we're separated, because we're not. Okay. We all deal with some type of issues, and we just have to do our best to make sure that, you know, we're doing ourselves some justice, basically. So continue to support, continue to invest in your health. And always remember, man, replace pills with plants, one immune system at a time. And last but not least, prevention is the best cure. Prevention is the best cure. Okay, so I think that's about it. I think that's about it. Hold on, let me see something right quick, because I don't even see. I don't even see my okay, my comments right here. Okay, I'm sorry. My grandma used to say you will have bad dreams. Okay. Yeah. So that's it, family. Y'all, you know, y'all have a blissful day out there. And again, like I say, you guys have any, you know, topics that you want me to to talk about, to discuss, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. All right. So I'm out. Peace.